Care about other people's approval, the more you become their prisoner. And don't you find the truth in it? You keep on trying to get people's validation so that they try and see you in a certain way. And what are you ultimately becoming is just a prisoner of the opinion of somebody who you don't even know and probably has got nothing to do in your life. So first of all, get rid of people's approval. And this page talks about as social beings, we are hardwired to care about people's opinions. We desperately want to fit in with the tribe. Historically, to be cast out of the tribe meant certain death. But we can no longer trade our authenticity and uniqueness as human beings just for a tacit pat on the back and an assurance that we are okay. So it's time to step up, speak up, and live boldly and bravely in a world basically according to your own nature and your own calling. That is how you live as per your true dharma, regardless of what anyone has to say. The need to always have the approval of others can be a paralyzing curse. It's also hollow and endlessly frustrating because people's opinions are just notorious and fickle. Some might think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread one day, and the next day barely acknowledge your existence. So, watch this how people want to take control over you. First, they're going to show you all the goodies as if they really value you. They're going to just vibe along with you. They're going to understand you and get to know what are the things that you like. And irrespective of whether they actually like that or not, they're going to say, yeah, I vibe with you. You're my vibe tribe. I like it. Exactly. Wow, how similar. You're so much like me. And then once their agenda is met, once they have tried to use you for their work in whatever way, try to get that document, try to get that knowledge piece from you, try to get to learn from you. How do you do that? You're so smart. Once they have learned that from you, and then they act like you don't exist anymore. So that's the thing. It was your choice, and you thought that I'm going to help this person just because they are like, I can call them as friend. You put their trust in them. And in turn, once they had that information from you, they completely discarded you as if you don't matter. And then even worse, they are copycats and cheats who directly cheat, who directly copy you. Again, as per the beautiful book of Lao Tzu that I've been reading, Tao Te Ching, that says just do not worry about the opinion. Do not worry about what people have got to say about you, what they think about you. And many times when they are laughing at you is because they are jealous of you. Discard that too. You basically have to do nothing about the external world. You're supposed just to be at the center of who you are. You're supposed to stay focused and so much focused about what you've got to do that you don't care about the haters and the enemies and the devils outside. The next point I would like to go ahead and talk about from the beautiful book of Lao Tzu is don't try to rush things to completion. Like, do you ever feel that you wake up in the morning and there's a bombarding of tasks that you need to complete? Else you're going to feel like a loser by the time you sleep. You've got to do this, you've got to do that, and the list is just never ending. You've got to take care of your life, finances, of your health, of everything. It's daunting because you know that you cannot complete everything in one go. I have this beautiful printout on my wall from Lao Tzu. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So naturally, you must start with just one step after the other. And that is why a lot of Buddhist monks and a lot of even Hindu monks and sages, they go on these mindful meditative walks where all they're doing is just focusing on their one step at a time and then the next, step after step, one after the other. That is meditation because as you realize, you get to know about the rhythm of your steps. You are so much in the zone. You know that unless and until you do not take this step, you cannot arrive at the next forest, at the next park that you wanted to go to. And so much is the case with anything that you do. We need to be right here, right now, whatever we need to complete. So if you're cooking, for example, you might feel like rushing. You want your food to be ready so fast in 10 minutes. But if you want to do really elaborate cooking, it might take you 40 minutes. It might take you 1 hour. But you will realize that at the end of 1 hour, you're going to have more enriching food, which is more delicious, which is more nutritious. But if you just want to make something fast, something in 5 or 10 minutes, you might make it, but it's not going to truly satisfy you. So this is the thing. Don't try to rush things to completion. What does Lao Tzu say in verse 64? He says, rushing into action, you fail. Trying to grasp things, you lose them. By forcing a project to completion, you ruin what was almost ripe. And so it is. If you're just trying to rush up, so the food gets cooked so fast, it's going to ruin the taste. You might just add up all the spices, oil, and everything in one go, and then just keep on stirring it. But now there's no taste. But if you put the ingredients at its own time and let the cooking happen slowly, you find that the taste in the food is so rich. It has got that nice aroma. It has got that nice flavor to it. You can relish it. And as Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu says, the Tao that does nothing, yet nothing is left undone. Next point he talks about is the world is won by those who let it go. So people who are in competition with you, who try to bring you down because they think that you are ambitious. Well, I'm not ambitious. I've got no goal. I've got no agenda. I just live in the now. And I do what seems just right to me. But people see you so like, wow, what is this? How are you so driven? How are you so solid in your purpose? Because I do not have a purpose. You fail because you tend to think that I'm going to make this and that happen. And when that thing falls, that breaks, you feel that you have broken down. Because you wanted that trophy, and I don't work for trophy. I just work for enjoyment, whatever I do. Whatever I do it with love. I do it with enjoyment. And if you do not do something out of love and you do not do something that you're truly enjoying, and you're just doing out of competition, like how you see all these demons, they come just to follow you and copy you because they think, I'm going to one up you. That's very meaningless because not only are you wasting your own vibe, you don't feel happy with yourself. You might just be happy sitting in your own house and doing some knitting. Now, knitting might not have any purpose to it, but you just enjoy knitting because for the sheer joy of it. Very much like a little child. You see a small child who is just happy playing. They do not have any agenda or a goal. They just pick an instrument and play it, a harmonica, or they just take a ball and they just play with it, just for the joy of it. That's why a child is never tired. And an adult who is trying to be perfect gets so tired so soon. Because you're not enjoying the process. You're more interested in satisfying your ego. That end of it, I should be like that superstar. End of it, I want a validation. How could the world just let me down and nobody cares for me? So let me do that marathon and I'll show you. I'll win that gold in that race so that I prove my worth to you. Because see, I'm not useless. This is the mindset of majority of people, and that just leaves you hollow and empty. Even if you want that gold, then you look for a next rush. What next? And you do not want to slow down and enjoy that that wow, I put in so much effort. Now I got this gold medal. Now let me just relax and enjoy. Because before you could slow down and enjoy, there's another attack from the society that tells you, so what? That is useless. I've got more than you. Or maybe that's useless. It's just no good. If you're happy, okay. But I would not want that. I would just not want that. This is what the jealous people would do. Downplay your achievements while copying you, while learning from you, but downplay what you are doing. So, with this being said, what Lao Tzu says is the world is won by those who just let it go. Lao Tzu was not working in a big giant corporate as a CEO, nor was he a king. In fact, he was so devoid of all the attachments and desires that he was just leaving. And he was going out all his way to live in the mountain or in the forest. And then one of the security guard, he told him, please do not leave. We need you. Can you please summarize your book, your lessons, everything that you have learned in your life, so we could benefit out of that? Else he was not even bothered about giving lessons and this and that. He was such a beautiful free soul. Such a beautiful free soul. And what are you after all? Having this and having that and running after just because in this rat race type of a world, every rat is running. Every rat is running in their car, in aeroplanes, in jet planes, in satellites. It's just too much movement. And that's not your movement. Don't confuse that with I am ambitious. You're ambitious because life has moved you. You're ambitious because your enemies and your haters have moved you. You on your own are not ambitious. Watch this. If your life was just supposed to live, if you were just supposed to live in a happy space where nobody bothers you, you're not going to have any of the ambitions. You're just going to live very nice, happy, and relaxed life. A very simple, beautiful life. But because you've got enemies and haters and they move you, that's why you think, okay, let me show you now. My turn. So the world is won by those who let it go. So just let it go. Not because you want to win the world, but because you want to be free. And always, just always, freedom is the most beautiful thing. Tao Te Ching, the ancient book of wisdom, Lao Tzu. That's all I wanted to say in this video. Bye for now. Thank you.